Hello, everybody. My name is Paul McMillan II. I'm a licensed independent insurance broker in the state of Georgia, and I want to thank you so much for checking out my webinar today. Now, obviously, you saw my ad on social media or some kind of website somewhere, and you're probably curious as to um, the reasons why you should qualify for burial insurance. So, good news is I have a great webinar in store for you. We're going to discuss the top 10 reasons why you should qualify for burial insurance. And I can speak from personal experience of what I've seen my family go through, that planning ahead for funeral and final expenses is very helpful. Just to give you a little background about me, I got into this insurance field about 2 years ago. The reason why I did that is because from ages 7 until almost 3 years ago, when my grandmother passed away, I witnessed my father plan 5 funerals. So from ages 7 all the way up until now, I learned that if you don't pre-plan ahead of time, you can pay the price not only emotionally but financially as well. So when my uncle passed away when I was in my middle 20s, my grandmother had a $5,000 policy on my uncle. That $5,000 policy was able to fly my mother and father from San Diego, which is one of the most expensive places in the nation, all the way up into New York. It was able to fly my grandmother from Ohio to New York and my cousin. It was able to cover the travel expenses, the funeral, and to leave something behind. So you can see the power of planning ahead. So I'm going to go over these 10 reasons to qualify for burial insurance just real quick, so that way you can get full understanding of exactly why you should plan ahead. So, reason number one, burial insurance is affordable. A lot of people avoid the word life insurance or burial insurance because they think that it's more expensive than what it is. But really, if you get with the right insurance broker, the insurance broker's job, like myself, is to help you find the best price and the best coverage. But what really determines how expensive insurance will be is determined by how much of a risk you are, which means that if you have a lot of health issues or if you're older, that's when burial insurance could be very expensive. But if you get it when you're young and healthy, it's very affordable, but it's also very easy to qualify for it. So the key to really getting affordable coverage is getting it as soon as possible. If you could get it even when you're younger, even when you're around your 20s or 30s, you'll be surprised how much more coverage you can get through term insurance and pay a lower price. My father had a $500,000 policy when he was 30 years old, and he was only paying about 30 something dollars a month. But now that he's older, he has another policy with Mutual of Omaha for $250,000 term, but he's paying $118 a month. So you can see just how much more expensive insurance can be when you're older. So always get it when you're young and healthy. It's easier to qualify and it's more affordable. You don't have to worry about blowing a hole through your wallet. Let's go to the second reason. Second reason is almost everyone could get approved. One of the other reasons why a lot of people avoid even qualifying for insurance is because they feel like they can't qualify for it because of their health issues. Well, the good thing is that when you get with a broker like me, my job is to help you find the best program for you. We do have programs to where insurance programs that can help people regardless of their health, and it's called Guaranteed Issue Life Insurance. It's a final expense whole life product from ages 50 to 85, and with some companies it can start from ages 45 to where it will give you a chance to get insurance regardless of any health issues you have. Now you're going to have to go through a 2-year wait, but if you make it to the end of that 2 years, your coverage will start. Now a lot of people ask me and say, well, Paul, what if I pass away before those 2 years are up? Well, whatever premiums that you have paid into that 2 years before the coverage started, if that person passes away before those 2 years, the beneficiary will get all those premiums that they paid into it back. And with some carriers, is even you'll even get 10% on top of that. All right. So that's another reason why it's good to qualify for burial insurance when you're young and healthy, because you don't have to worry about the 2-year wait. But if you qualify for burial insurance, if you have a lot of health issues, Guaranteed Issue Life Insurance is for you. Let's go to the third reason. Young people may qualify too, and what that means is that, like I mentioned in the previous slide, you may be 45 years old and you may want to get, burial coverage. Well, there are some carriers that will allow you to do that. And you can lock in a very good, affordable price, and the price will never go up and it will never go down. So, if you're young, 45, something like that, like I've mentioned before, get with a broker like me that can help you to determine whether if a final expense product is good for you or a term. But there are burial insurance products that will let you get coverage at age 45. Let's talk about the fourth reason. Well, it's easy. A lot of people think that qualifying for burial insurance is a complicated process, but really it's a very easy process if you get it with the right person. What I typically do is when I sit down with clients, I basically figure out exactly what their goal is. Are they just trying to cover the funeral, or are they trying to cover the funeral and pay for final expenses and leave something for their family? We're going to talk about that. Then basically what I do is I qualify them, figure out, what medications they're taking, what health issues they have, and basically I just figure out what the best product is for them. And I fill out an application, ask them a couple questions, and that's it. We put the application in. And then after that, it's up to the insurance company whether they get approved. So it's fast, easy, and straight to the point. Let's talk about the fifth reason. It's a gift of love. Having insurance on yourself and making sure your family is protected is the best thing you can ever do for your family for a lot of reasons. Well, number one, burial insurance. Really, all insurance does this, but we're going to talk about what burial insurance does. Burial insurance will give your family a check to be able to pay for your funeral expenses and your final expenses, so that way none of those financial burdens will fall on them. Because, you may still have a mortgage that you're paying on, or you may still have debt from student loans or medical bills or debt even from medical procedures that you had to take. Well, your family is not going to be able to afford that. There are very few families out there that have assets and a lot of money to be able to pay for your funeral and final expenses. So you want to do what's best for your family and make sure that they never have to deal with any financial burdens if something happens to you while you live or if you pass away. Reason number 6, burial insurance coverage is flexible. A lot of people think that burial insurance only pays for burial expenses, but actually it can pay for a lot of different things. And as you can see, a lot of people like to do cremation because it's a lot cheaper than full service funerals. So if a person has a burial insurance policy and they get that check, they have a choice to whether they want to go through cremation or a burial service. So it just all depends on what they want to do. But that's the thing. If you have a check and you have money, now you have options instead of, having to go with one option. You have more options. Reason number 7, and like we mentioned before, it covers expensive funeral services. The funeral costs could be very expensive in itself. So burial insurance, if your goal is to only cover the funeral service, then that's good. Burial insurance could cover all of that, and you don't have to worry about your family coming up with that. Let's talk about reason number 8, and this is a very important one. It's actually income replacement. And here's what I mean by that. There are a lot of people in the senior market that are still married. Well, like this question here, if you become sick or hurt and couldn't work, how would you pay your bills? How's your family going to be able to pay your bills, right? So if you get sick with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, you can get access to living benefits. Now, it's mostly in term policies, but I know a couple of carriers to where burial insurance have those living benefits to where if you get sick with any kind of disease, you can get access to that death benefit to pay for some of those medical bills. But then if you pass away, how's your spouse going to be able to pay the house and to stay afloat, losing your income, right? That burial policy can help replace that income. Talk about the 9th reason. It pays down credit card debt. And like I mentioned before, you may still have a mortgage. Well, are you going to put that mortgage burden on your family when you pass away? Would that be right? No, it wouldn't be right. So that burial policy can help pay for that. What about business loans? You may have, you may have business debts. Well, that burial policy could pay for that. Credit card debt, student loans. Burial insurance could pay all of that down or give your family the opportunity to pay all of that down without them having to pay for it out of pocket. let's talk about the 10th reason. Leave money to your grandchildren. We all know that grandparents love their grandchildren. Their grandchildren may be going through college trying to pay their student loans, or they may be trying, the car may break down, whatever the case may be. Well, burial insurance has cash value built inside of this. So 2 years after a person purchases burial insurance, it will build money to that cash value. Well, let's say, your grandchild may need some money for some books for college. Well, you can use that money, that cash value, to help them pay for their books for college. That's just an example. So these are just a few of the reasons why you should qualify for burial insurance. After watching this video, if you feel that you should plan ahead, I invite you to go ahead and fill out the form at the bottom, answer a few questions, and then fill out your information. Once you fill out the form, I'll give you a bonus vacation to Las Vegas, Cancun, or Orlando, just for filling out the form and just watching this video. Because you are to be commended for wanting to get more information on how to protect your family. And I feel that every person who takes steps to try to protect their family should be rewarded. So if you fill out this form, I'll send you a bonus vacation either way. One of our questions asks as well, are you willing to sit down with an agent for 15 minutes to get more free information? So you can either answer yes or you can either answer no. If you answer no and you fill out the rest of the form, I'll still give you your bonus vacation. If you answer yes, I'm the agent that's going to meet with you for 15 minutes to give you more information. How's that? So fill out the form at the bottom, and I would be happy to contact you and to schedule a time to sit down with you and build a relationship with you. So again, my name is Paul McMillan, and I'm an independent insurance broker. That's my number, 770-558-0777. You're free to call me or text me anytime, and that's my email. So again, thank you very much for listening to my webinar, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.